Student, today I am going to explain about our another topics. Our today's topic is minority groups and other marginalized groups. Let's start. Definition. According to Louis Reed, a minority group is a group of people who, because of their physical or cultural characteristics, are singled out from the others in the society in which they live for differential and unequal treatment, and who therefore regard themselves as objects of collective discrimination. Minority group means minorities are ethnic, religious, or linguistic group living among a majority group in considerable and justified fear of persecution. Understand? Sometimes minority groups face by some collective discrimination by majority groups. Now, types of minority groups. There are various groups of minorities in the world. They include the following. Point A. Racial or ethnic minorities. Racial or ethnic minorities means every large society contains minorities and they may be migrant, indigenous or landless. Indigenous or landless nomadic communities, but in some places subordinate ethnic groups may constitute a numerical majority. Here subordinate means lower rank or position. Some places numerical majority ethnic groups may be subordinate groups for racial, understand, for racial discrimination. For example, blacks in South Africa under apartheid. Here, apartheid means political system when people are clearly divided based on race. Understand? In South Africa, black and white peoples are both are lives in South Africa, and here the apartheid system is available. In apartheid system or in apartheid society, where white people considered superior people of other race and they also mistreated other race. Understand? So this is the some racial or ethnic minorities example. International law can protect the rights of racial or ethnic minorities in a number of ways. Point B. Gender and sexual minorities. The number of men and women are roughly equal in most societies. In most societies, number of men and women are roughly equal. The status of women as a subordinate group. Here, subordinate means lower rank or position. The status of women as a subordinate group has led some to equate them with minorities. Understand? Various gender variant people means various gender variation people can be seen as constituting a minority group or groups such as intersexual group, transsexual and gender nonconformities. This is all about the some gender and sexual minorities. Now, point C, age minorities. The elderly have the modern age usually be reduced to the minority role of economically non-active group. The elderly people have the modern age usually been reduced to the minority role of economically non-active group. Children can also be understood as a minority group, and the discrimination faced by both young and the elderly is known as ageism. Age minority is known to be ageism. Understand? Now, disabled minorities. The disability rights movement has contributed to an understanding of disabled people as minority or a coalition of minorities who are disadvantaged by society. The deaf community is often regarded as a linguistic and cultural minority, understand? Rather than a disabled, and some deaf people do not see themselves as a disabled at all. This is some disabled minorities problem, understand? This is the all about the disabled minority. Now, religious minorities. It is one of the largest minorities present all over the world, understand? Various religious minorities are present in our India. Much discrimination is faced by these religious minorities. Much discrimination is faced by these religious minorities from majority people in India.